dead man in Fiji, whose eyes were the color of the sunset. I asked him if he'd heard the good news. He said he hadn't come across it yet. I've been so high, my perception is no longer crisp. If you simply tell me your good news, so that I could
young man.
Hello.
My name's Wiley.
My name's Wayne.
It's a pleasure, Wayne.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Couldn't help but notice you're reading a good book.
I am reading the good book.
Is it good? What's your favorite part?
Right now I'm reading the Acts of the Apostles.
What if I told you that before the week is out, your name could be added to the Acts of the Apostles?
Are you serious?
Was Jesus serious?
Wasn't he?
Is life serious?
Serious as a heart attack.
It can also be full of joy. Brother Wayne. Could I call you Brother Wayne?
On one condition.
And the condition?
Can I call you Brother Wiley?
I'd be delighted.
Fair enough.
Brother Wayne, when you've been on the road as long as I have, there's one thing you learn, and you can write this one down. The cheapest hotel rooms are over the bar, and unless my senses are deceiving me, Brother Wayne, right there is a fine example of a bar. I shook that kid up good. We came walking down Water Street, crossed the intersection. Ha-ha! Lo and behold, a bar. Now, would you call that a bar or not, my friend?
Looks like a bar to me.
I knew what I was going to find. Things couldn't have changed that much. Little did he know how many hours I spent in that bar, trying to drink away the things that came between my wife and me. The mistakes.
Hi.
Hello. Bad judgment. Well, I don't think we have reservations unless you thought to call ahead, Brother Wayne.
I have rooms available starting at 49.
Yeah, I knew that hotel. There were a couple nights when if it hadn't been for the fact that I knew that Beautiful woman at the front desk. Let me sleep it off a time or two. I would have been laid out on the pier. 49. Brother Wayne, I've got an idea. I know we just met. I know you don't know me. We could save a lot of money here. What if we shared a room?
We could split the bills.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you go ahead, Brother Wayne?
Okay.
Time or two I'd stayed there, been in one of the smaller rooms. But this time we went first class. Came in that front door. God is I took a good, scan around Brother that Wayne. room.
This is beautiful.
That's when it hit me.
Was I right or not?
6 windows.
The best rooms are over the bar?
And God said, "Let there be light."
The 6 days of creation. That boy was carrying a Bible. Man, that thing fell in my lap like a gift from heaven.
No, my brother. Brother Wayne. Stand with me over here. Brother Wayne, I've just had a vision. How many days will we be here?
6 days, right?
7 days of creation, Brother Wayne. I propose that each day we open one window of creation. The first day, the second day,
Day 1, we opened curtain 1.
third,
Day 2,
the fourth,
curtain 2.
the fifth,
All the way around to window
and the
6.
sixth. On the seventh day,
On the 7th day,
God
we
rested.
rest. That kid must have thought I was the second coming of the prophet Ezekiel.
Wow. This is awesome.
Awesome indeed, Brother Wayne. What else could it be? It's creation. Brother Wayne, in this week, we intend to create your life. You'll be transformed, Brother Wayne. In fact, Brother Wayne, I think I can safely say there's not one life in this town that will not be transformed in our week of creation. Create.
What do you mean? Create? What do you mean?
I mean, Brother Wayne, open the first curtain. Open the gift that God has given us. Create. Indeed, Brother Wayne. On the first day, God separated the day from the night, the sun from the moon. He set Sol in the sky. He set Saluna in the firmament. And the morning and the evening were the first day. Behold, Brother Wayne. Behold.
Wayne, this just isn't working. I didn't want it to come to this, but... You know, we've been together now for how long? How long is it?
A little over 2 years.
2 years. I've spent 2 years of my life being continually frustrated, and you just drive me to the edge. You don't know the potential that you have for just for so much pleasure and love that you can give to somebody, and continually you drive it to the edge, and then nothing. What's the matter with you?
Well, you know I have strong convictions in my life. I've put God first, and my commitment to celibacy is for Him. I love you. I'm so attracted to you, but I've made this commitment, and I've kept it for so long. Well over 7 years now, almost a decade. To break it now would be slapping God in the face.
You know, you sound like this is a contest. How many years can I be celibate before I finally give it up? You know, do you think that God wants you to be making other people miserable? And yourself also? I can't imagine. The God that I like to think of as being a God is a loving God who wants his people to be happy. You know, I have wondered over and over, not only as if there's something wrong with me, but I mean, I've dated men before who maybe they're gay. Maybe that's the thing. You know, there must be something the matter with me.
No, it's not you. Don't you see, it's me? I used to think I was afraid of you when you got close, when I thought we were going to kiss. But I'm afraid of myself, Jenny. I'm scared of what I might do if I don't pull away. For me to break my promise, this true love waits commitment to God, what would be the point in making it in the first place if I wasn't a man of character, if I didn't stand up for what I believe in? Wouldn't you disrespect me if I compromised my beliefs? Where would the respect be? Thank you.
Thank you. Brother Wayne, I've got this one covered. No problem. But after that, I hope you've got something cooked up. No pun intended.
Okay, Brother Wiley. I want to help any way I can.
I know you do, brother.
You think we should say a prayer or something?
Brother Wayne, the good book says pray without ceasing. There isn't a second in a minute, in an hour, in a day that I'm not praying. Have at it.
Thank you, brother.
This is the place, Brother Wayne. We need something that says sun.
Finding everything okay?
Yeah, I think we're looking for something bright. Brother Wayne. Allow me. Insatiables. I want your desire for everything the universe has for you to be insatiable, Brother Wayne.
Insatiable.
I was introduced to a man in a bookstore whose eyes were the color of self-righteousness. He exclaimed, "You know I'd have some childish hope left if this whole damn place wasn't such a mess." I cried, but child in you. And if hope is left for children, there's worse that we could do. Second coming's coming. Oh, second coming's here.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I think I want one of those ballparks.
Sure. Mustard, onion, relish, ketchup.
Mustard's good.
There's mustard. Anything to drink with that, sir?
You got anything for 50 cents?
Well, I guess I can give you a short
Yeah.
drink. Half of one? All right.
Dr. Pepper.
All right, sir.
Will the $2 cover the tax?
Yeah,
Can you work that one
we'll
out?
work it out for you, partner.
You the man.
Thank you very much.
There we go, John.
Bon appetit, sir.
That's lovely. Thank you.
There's not just one Messiah. There's not just one Messiah.
A team of Dutch research doctors has conducted a study of 344 heart attack survivors and found that more than 1 in 10 of them had experienced emotions, visions, or lucid thoughts while they were considered clinically dead, meaning that they were unconscious with no signs of pulse, breathing, or brain activity at the time. Some of them reported having out-of-body experiences. The survey took 2 years to conduct and is the largest study to date on the phenomenon of near-death experience, NDE.
We're each our own Messiah.
Brother Wayne! Brother Wayne! Wake up, Brother Wayne. Arise, Brother Wayne. It's the second day of creation. Brother Wayne, the curtain. The second curtain. Brother Wayne, open your eyes. What do you see?
I See some people?
Brother Wayne, look again. What do you see? Give me a list.
Trucks. Some signs. I see a storefront.
While you're out and about, find us a storefront. Look for a sign in a window. Ask the owner of the restaurant. There's a place for us here, Brother Wayne, and your mission is to find it.
How I ever got started in this business, I will never know. Lobsters.
Honey, you'll make it. It takes time for any business to get started.
Wayne, this is perfect. Perfect. Look, right up there. We slap a little yellow paint on that, a little bit of red paint, we got the sun. Come over here, take this one down, a split down the middle anyway. We slap a little blue paint, a little white paint, make a moon. And then we've got it. Sol Luna. Put a couple of posters in these windows. We got our place. What's the rent?
It's really reasonable for the area.
How much?
I think we could talk him down. Right now he's somewhere between 6 and 8 a month.
Ah, 6 and 8. You know, we could do that. That is perfect. When can we meet this guy?
Within the next couple days. We've just got a little protocol.
Remember you telling me about that camping trip you took last weekend? How you felt after that whole incident? I keep trying to tell you, it's not about what happened. It's not about what you did. It's about the shame that you felt afterward. It's always about the shame.
And I'm really ashamed. I mean, part of me feels like I took advantage of this girl.
Tell me again, what happened?
Okay, we started drinking, and after a few beers, I sort of felt this transition. I no longer wanted to be this plutonic, brotherly figure. I wanted to ram my tongue down this girl's throat. She was so amazing. I wanted to crash into her and be as one with her. But the problem is I've made this commitment to God. I made this true love waits till marriage commitment. The Bible says if you sleep around and you're not married, then you're a fornicator. If you're married and you sleep around with another man's wife, you're an adulterer. And that's a sin. And my commitment to God says I'll have no part of that. Because if I do, then I'm a hypocrite and I've broken my promise to God. And what good is a broken promise? It's meaningless. So after a few beers, we just start making out and going at it hot and heavy. It's French kissing city. I try to pull away, she pulls me back. I try to pull away again, I can't get away. I'm trying to jump out the truck window just to get away from this girl. We get away from the crowd, the party crowd, and we go back to her car. So it's just me and her. The facade, it all passes away. We take off the mask and it's just me and this girl. I tell her the truth. I really want to sleep with you tonight. I would love to love you, to make love to you, but I can't, because I made this commitment to God. She breaks down into tears and she tells me, well, you don't really know me. You have no concept of who I am. I'm known as the town slut. I've been with 19 guys, and I'm 17 years old. I couldn't believe it. This is a girl whom I admire. This is the girl next door. And she tells me she's slept with that many guys. I couldn't fathom.
Wayne, that's the most beautiful story I ever heard. It still comes as a shock to me that you can be ashamed. This afternoon, I gotta take you up to the park. This park is unbelievable. Flowers everywhere, a view that just knock your socks off, man. They've got a pergola there. I can see it now. Get a mic stand up there. Get a few people up there. We draw 1,000, 1,500 people first time we put something on. Afternoon, folks. I hope I'm not interrupting anything here. My name's Wiley. You got a few minutes?
Sure.
You up for a little conversation?
Sure.
Are you up to helping start a new religion?
Of course.
I'll bet you never thought you'd live to see the day when you could participate in starting a new religion.
Well, I missed the last one by 2,000 years.
Exactly. We're starting one now. We're going to call it Sol Luna. Sol Luna. Now, I know that probably sounds a little strange, but when you think about it, Sol, S-O-L, that comes from a Latin word that means the sun. The energy of the sun, the hot, bright, we tend to think of it as the male energy of the sun. And then when the sun sets, we get the other kind of energy, the moist, cool, female energy, the Luna energy, the moon energy. You ladies are going to be just as important in Sol Luna as the gentlemen here. Now, you think I'm probably just talking a lot of poppycock. Well, what I'm about to tell you, very few people have heard. Let's take this gentleman here. If this gentleman here was being honest and not just coming from all those things that he's been taught by this culture of ours that tends to tell us what to think all the time, how to feel, if he was telling you the truth right now and you were to ask him, do you have a head? He would probably say, well, of course I got a head, look at it. Well, then you could say to him, see if you can see your head. And if he was being honest, no matter how far he looked to the left, no matter how far he looked to the right, up, down, he's not going to see his head. Now, he might see a little blob where his nose is, and I suppose depending on the particular physiognomy of your face, that blob's going to be either bigger or smaller. This gentleman has a modest blob where his head should be. But he has no head. If he's honest about it, he has no head.
Amen.
And I'm going to tell you, that's true for the rest of you sitting at this table. If you look for your head, you cannot see your head. Now, who is it that puts the heads on us? It's not us. We can't even see our heads.
Testify.
We don't have a head. It's the rest of us that put heads on each other. And that's the problem. If I understood that in the same way I don't have a head, you don't have a head, that in fact that same emptiness at where you're supposed to have a head that produces all this is the same in you as it is in me, then maybe I wouldn't be thinking ever that you're a stranger to me or that you're my enemy. We are all a part of the same emptiness that's producing all of this. Now, I'll bet you didn't wake up this morning thinking, you know, some stranger's going to come along here and he's going to show me that I don't have a head.
Well, I don't know, a new religion.
Well, it'd be kind of interesting to find out what his religion is all about.
He could have caught with the moon first, though.
Women first, it figures.
Brother Wayne, open the curtain.
It's already open.
What do you see, Brother Wayne?
In the distance, I see a white tent.
Brother Wayne, what shines upon the tent?
Soul.
I felt responsible for that boy. He'd never been here before. Couldn't imagine what he could do that would keep him occupied all day. I knew he had a job washing dishes. I couldn't keep him in tow the whole time. I had things to do, people to talk to, try to set things up. It came to me in the evenings when we'd get together. He didn't really talk about what he'd been doing during the day. Where in the world did that boy go? He had a few bucks. He didn't have enough money to go very far. And I never saw him. I guess right from the start, he had a bit of his own agenda.
Got a reed fish, 2 clown knives. Would you go again here? This over.
Jen, have you ever felt like there's like people in here or ghosts or spirits? It's such an old place. It's just kind of, sometimes don't you feel just kind of haunted?
Well, one of the rooms downstairs, we used to have it just for storage.
Yeah?
Well, I'm a chicken, and I seen the door, it was going like this really bad. So I asked the other guy that I was working with to go in and check it out, and there was nothing.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That is wild.
Scary.
Now, Brother Wayne, at some point, we're going to be in somebody's house. And I can't always do all the talking. You know what I mean, brother?
Right.
All right. Now, sometimes a man gets rolling. He's moving in the spirit. The words are flowing. No problem.
No problem.
There are other times, well, you just run out of things to say. And that's why I've made a habit of memorizing what I consider to be the 19 most important statements that have ever been made. So, if there's a lull in the conversation, if you're running out of things to say, these 19 most important things that have ever been said are there for you to use. You ready, Brother Wayne?
I'm ready.
All right. Repeat after me.
Okay.
All beings are equal, and the universe is their relations with each other.
All things are equal, and the universe is the relation to each other.
Close enough. What am I doing in a state of consciousness where this is real?
What am I doing consciously that is real?
That's not close enough, Brother Wayne. Let's have another run at it.
Sorry.
What am I doing in a state of consciousness where this is real?
Okay. What am I doing in a state of consciousness that this is real?
Very good.
Okay.
Love it the way it is.
Love it the way it is.
No resistance.
No resistance.
Love as much as you can from wherever you are.
Love as much as you can from wherever you are.
Love is the only dimension that needs to be changed.
Love is the only dimension that needs to be changed.
Move beyond reason to love. It's safe. It's the only safety.
Move beyond reason, that is love. It's safe. It's the only safety.
Okay, one more time. Move beyond reason to love. It's safe. It's the only safety.
Oh, okay. Move beyond reason to love. It's safe. It's the only safety.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's not a saying, Brother Wayne, but good.
know. That was a good one. Don't you think that was a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Woo. Man, and of all the times, you know, we don't get privacy that often. It's sure nice to have some.
Yeah. I felt kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Brother Wayne, does it surprise you that they can't hear us? Or if they hear us, it's so silent in their heads, they haven't even looked back here. You didn't believe me, did you, Brother Wayne? I've got the power. We're invisible. We're in their heads. We're in their hearts.
Wow. I don't know, I liked it. But if you're ever uncomfortable, please let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm never uncomfortable with you.
You're never uncomfortable with me?
No.
Okay.
In fact, young woman, beautiful one, you're ready for more.
This is kind of hard for me to say because I usually don't, say things like this, but...
No, go ahead.
I mean, I know at the beginning of our relationship I was kind of, scared, but I feel more open. I can be closer to you now.
All right. That's exactly how I feel.
Whoa, wait a minute. You've got to take this one step at a time, guys. Think about it. If you go a little too far, if you don't know when to say when, what could happen? You could break her heart. You could physically and emotionally damage each other forever. What happens if this relationship doesn't last? But you decide to go all the way, you decide to sleep together. That damage, you carry that with you. It doesn't leave. The scars, they don't heal.
No, we can't, all right? We can't. It's just not gonna work out. You know we're gonna break up.
How do you know that?
Because everybody, all my friends, they're all doing it.
What if it makes our relationship stronger, just like every other person out there?
You think every other relationship gets stronger?
Yes.
Well, okay, I'm sorry, but most of the relationships I know, they just fail because they give in. Giving in isn't the right thing. You know what? You're just tempting me again, and I don't know. I love you too. So what's wrong with just being in love and waiting for marriage? I just know, I have someone telling me in my head, he's saying, God is telling me, do the right thing, don't give in to the devil. And the devil is the one tempting me right now. And I don't want to think it, but it sounds like you're the one tempting me.
I just don't understand. I think that if you loved me, then you would be able to do this.
You think if I love you, then I'll give in to my sexual temptations?
Yes.
I can tell you one thing, I'm sure glad Brother Wayne wasn't with me when I went out to see my wife, ex-wife. I was carrying $700 cash, practically all the cash I had in the world. If I could talk her into let me off the hook for just 1 month, then we were there. We had our place. That bus let me off at the end of the driveway. That road was every bit as long and dusty as I remember it. Came around the corner, name still on the mailbox. Must not have remarried. Walked up those stairs, knocked on the door. Man, my heart was going like a cement mixer. I thought it was going to knock its way out of my chest. Then there was her face in the door. Not that much different than I remembered it. Just about as damned angry as I remembered
Not here.
it.
I'll meet you outside the picnic table.
She wouldn't even let me in. Any talking we were going to do had to be done outside. Out at the old picnic table. I couldn't believe it. She still had that picnic table. Something I made with my own 2 hands. It was like not a day had gone by. Just like old times. And not the good old times either, just like the bad old times. Same arguments. We sat down. Same old arguments. Money, money, money. It was always about the money. Got something I need to talk to you about. As you know, I think you know, it's been a while since I saw you. Good to see you. I have been trying to make something out of myself and out of the religion that you and I used to talk about. Remember that? Soluna?
Yeah?
Sol for the sun, Luna for the moon. You must remember that.
Oh, yes.
We've been talking about that since we first met. Well, I've actually found a place here in town that I can rent. Beautiful spot. Perfect. But the thing is, it's like $800 a month. Well, as soon as we get this thing rolling, $800 a month would be a drop in the bucket. But for this month, they need first, last, and a damage deposit.
Let me get this straight. You're starting this new church.
Yeah?
And you're coming
Yeah.
to me for money?
Well, not exactly. I think what I'm asking you to do is let me wait a couple of months before I make another alimony payment. I mean, I know I owe you $1,000 a month. That's the way the deal was set up. I agreed to it. I'm not trying to change off of that. But I'm just saying for a couple of months, let me use the $1,000 to get this thing off the ground. I mean, it's all I've dreamed about since long before we even met.
I can't believe you are asking me this. I can't believe it. You want me to give up what I live on so you can rent a building to start a church?
Well, you can't tell me that you've been able to afford a place like this, cars like I see parked in your driveway, and that you're supporting it all on $1,000 a month.
Well, of course not. I work hard.
Okay, so all I'm asking you is for a couple of months, just let the $1,000 a month ride, and you'll get it back.
Wiley, this is so typical. This is so typical of you.
Hey, let me ask you something. What about all those years when I was making probably $1,000 or $1,500 a month more than you? Did I ever ask you to make that up?
There is absolutely no way that you're going to take my money.
Can you do that again?
Sure.
That move you just did?
Of course, I don't have my tap shoes on.
How about ballet? Wow.
Can I find anything for you or help you?
I really like mirrors.
We have mirrors everywhere.
Yeah, I
this
see.
is a beauty.
It's awesome. What period is that?
Let's check the tag and we'll find out. Beyond losing our incomes and having tremendous bills, being left with tremendous bills, we also had a great shift in our family that was once extremely close, and everyone kind of scattered and moved away, and there were lots of hurt feelings and things like that. And I guess what I've grown to learn through that is that everyone needs to grieve a loss in a different way. Can't all do it the same way, and you have to accept that. Some people get very angry and need to be mad all the time, and other people find other kinds of avenues to release their pain. I didn't want to waste my life being unhappy or worried or afraid or sad. Even though I had to feel those emotions, I just made a decision that this was my life, and I was going to go out and be an ambassador for who I am and who my family are as people, and do the best I could every day to make it a good day.
Wiley, face it. You don't have a head for business. You just don't.
Well, let me tell you something. You don't have a head for vision.
Schemes, dreams and schemes, they never amount to anything. Your head is so far in the clouds. You're not even in touch with reality. There's no way that a business like that, a new religion, is going to make any money to pay anybody back. It'll be another money pit, another hole. Why don't we just dig a hole and throw the money in there?
You know what, Suzanne? You don't have a head at all.
Hi. Hi, honeys.
Jess.
There's my
Hi,
girl.
sweetie.
This is Margaret, your granddaughter.
My granddaughter?
Hi, honey.
What the? What do you mean
You've
my
missed
granddaughter?
5 years of her life.
Guess
5
what?
years of my life. I want my dad back, but I can't have him back because he's lost. He's off in some other world, and I don't want her to have to see any more of this. We're gonna go.
Is that the bullshit your mom's been feeding you? Pardon my French, honey.
Stop it.
Damn it. What have
Stop
you been
it.
telling her? That's ridiculous. I have a granddaughter and I don't even find out about it?
Maybe you even have other kids you don't know about.
Oh, for God's sake, what the hell are you talking about?
The only reason we ever see you is when you want money. It's been years, and now here you are back again because you want money. Why don't you just go find somebody else?
Fuck this.
Good riddance.
Children of the evergreen forest, hearken unto my words, for you are lost and dirty, in need of guidance and silicon-scented perfumes. Let commerce commence and consummate consumerism. Let Ralph Lauren and Tommy Hilfiger dress and undress you, change your soiled diapers and strip you to the steel beams of a skyscraper. Tear off your wrapping paper and expose you to the zesty new flavor of styrofoam packaging peanuts. Over lips and tongue lapping the white flag buried in mountain snow. Brush away the threaded forest needles like so many loose ends and forget the oceanic detritus the minute you step foot on land. Little cherubim, you are hungry for new products like a polecat, nursing milk from the mechanical teat of human nature. You can always trust a smiling urban satyr. From the other side of the zoo bars, the steel reinforcements will grow steadily, carving out canyons through the wilderness like the industrial gods pioneering glaciers. Hey man, you wanna buy some local souvenirs? Local souvenirs? I got this book. It's a book of poetry written by a local poet. And I also got rocks with wiggly eyes on the rocks that say Port Townsend on them. I got shirts that say I heart Port Townsend, I heart Victorian buildings. As your crafty hands hold a torch to the ignorant majority, illuminating, enlightening, and generously singing.
Analogous lifestyles, loop-de-loops of seasonal cycles. I will exchange my colors and weather patterns with every line. At the pages of Paramount, Fuji apples ripen. But once you pass the finish line, digesting forbidden fruit and Olympian ambrosia blossoms, I will have baked a cake out of the Egyptian alphabet at 360 degrees temperatures.
Yeah, I knew that we were going to have to be making a presentation or two. Going to have to find some way to get folks to part with a little bit of the green stuff, keep this operation going. That's when it came to me. I need a prop. Something that looks like magic. We were in that bookstore. I looked across the way. There it was, the antique shop. Go back far enough, people really had imaginations about that sort of thing. I knew I'd find something in there. Looked up and down a couple of aisles, tried this, tried that, and I came to it. A box of chocolates. I couldn't imagine what a box of chocolates would be doing in an antique store, for crying out loud. Someone must have left them there. I popped the cover off. They looked like they couldn't have been more than a day old. I grabbed for one of them. It was stuck. Grabbed for another one. It was stuck. Hard as a rock. Every single one of them hard as a rock. Somebody's idea of a practical joke, but just the prop I needed.
How's it going, man?
All right. Yourself?
Having a good day.
How's it? Nice one, isn't it?
Sure is. Well, your boat really stands out going down the gangplank there.
Yeah, it speaks for itself.
About how old is she?
1888 was the year she was built. Somebody's done what they can to keep her alive. Now it's where I'm at, trying to keep her alive.
1880s?
1888. Come aboard?
Could I?
Yeah. Watch out.
Where'd I get on?
Come right underneath here. There's a lot of things that'll try to hurt you. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, no, not at all. Go ahead.
All right.
You're the captain.
Yeah. Like that one. Care if I smoke, mind if I die. Well, I had this dream, and it happened pretty quickly. It just goes, what is it going to take for you to get back out on the water? And I went like, nope, nope, that's not it. And what I was saying that's not it to was a boat that I had been working on in the port on the hard pan for about a year. Just working and working away on it. But no matter how far I got, I couldn't get back out on the water. No matter how many boats I acquired, I couldn't get back out on the water. There was a thing that happened where the war started, and I didn't want to go back out on the water and put a smile on my face that way. And another thing is I had a friend that disappeared out on the water, and sometimes you appreciate people more when they're gone than when they're around. But the dream just said, what is it going to take for you to get back out on the water? And with my friend not out on the water, I didn't feel like getting out on it. I didn't feel like having a smile on my face, but the dream says, what is it going to take for you to get back out of the water? I said, that's not it. And that not it was the picture of the boat. And I was asleep. It was a dream. Well, the next morning when I woke up, this knock of authority, just boom, 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 came on my door, and I open it, I'm all, hello, and they're all, we want to trade your motorhome for our boat. And I just kind of caught me off guard. I kind of went off on them, and I said, in a long, long, long sentence, I'm all, look around you. I've got a bunch of boats. I can't possibly take on another boat. I have a boat at the port. My mom would kill me if I had another boat around her house, and there's no way that I can possibly do it. And it was a lot longer than that, but I ended up saying, what do you got? And after saying that, they told me they had this boat built in 1888. I asked them, has it ever been fiberglassed? Because that, to me, kills a boat. And they said no. And I'm all, well, where is it? And they're all, it's at Fort Worden, and that was nearby my house. So I'm all, well, maybe I'll go take a look at it.
I still don't understand. How much is the motorhome worth, would you say, compared to the boat?
Motorhome was worth probably, to me, what I was asking I wanted to get for was probably $8,900. If the only way I know of how to get a price on the boat is when the surveyor came aboard and he walked through it. And he told me if it could be done in this day, because wood's hard to come by for something like this, it probably cost me around $900,000. So I figure, that's $1 million or something if I were to replank the whole boat.
The numbers just don't add up, but I just think it's awesome that you got your dream.
I can see where you're looking at it like math, seeing the patterns, how it goes by. And I don't know where priorities lie as far as where we get where we want to, but there's gifts out there that suit our personalities, and they don't seem to fall in the normal pattern of math. It's like you're driving along and that bird flips his wing to you, lets you know your timing's back on, and you feel a chill inside. Or something really makes you laugh. You can't buy that laugh. You can't put a price on it. So there are things that touch you. There's no prices. And it's just a socially acceptable form of trade, the money. It doesn't take money to get a spaceship off the planet. It's just a motivation. And with these people, this is what they wanted. And this is not what I knew that I wanted, but I'm back out on the water. And I can set crab traps, I can fish, I can dream on the water, I can do all kinds of things. And never would have thought could be here. Just as you're ready to give up, the miracle can happen. And I think that's when you surrender, maybe that's what happens. There's no way to manipulate it to make it happen. It's just your heart. Maybe something knows your heart out there more than we do and reads it and tells you and sets you up.
doing my thing, you know. Fixing the towels. Fixing the towels. Don't mind me. Sorry. Very sorry, sir.
You don't have to leave.
Right out of your way.
Are you a dream?
I met an
Bye-bye.
angel in a strip bar whose eyes were the color of the carpet.
Hi. So,
Brown and
guess you better be getting out of here,
blood-stained,
right?
dull and
I'll
life
help you with
drained.
that. Room 17.
I don't know. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm in denial that I possess any value. What could I do?
You were in my room.
Hugged her with all that I had and said,
I saw you in my room. You were tucking me in.
now and
I woke up and you ran out the door.
You're crazy. I don't know what
Crazy? I never forget. And how could I forget your face?
second coming's coming.
I was just putting some fresh towels in the room.
Listen,
Oh,
if you don't want your boss to find out, you're gonna have to go on a walk with me.
second coming's here.
Hey, it's your choice.
Okay, well, let's make this quick. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I'm busy, you know. I'm really busy.
It's a lot of work to be made.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be an ass. You just caught me off guard this morning. I've been under a lot of stress lately.
Yeah, okay. So what's your name?
My name's Wayne. What's your name?
Martha. And anyways, there's this radio station, and they were playing these songs. There's like, every 5 seconds they'd switch the song.
Yeah?
It was so perfect. I loved it. I just wanted it to go on forever and ever because I never got bored. You know, it was just like one song after the next, on and on and on. So 1997, 1997, 1997, 1997. What happened?
1997 was the greatest year and the worst year of my life. First half of the year, everything was going great. I only had to go to school for half a day. I could come home, watch cartoons, hang out. May of that year, I graduated. I'm going to college in the fall. Everything's coming up roses. Summer passes. I go to college. And not even 2 weeks into college, my dad's in the hospital. I didn't know how serious it was. I got a hiatus from school. I drove back up to college because I was to home. I was 2.5 hours away at college. And I just remember calling the hospital and asking what was wrong. Is my dad going to be okay? And it was the coldest voice I've ever heard in my life on the other end, just saying, I don't think your dad's going to make it through the night. Probably never going to see him alive again. So I was able to see my father alive again. He made it through the surgery, and he'll just never be able to do the things he had done all his life. I mean, we're talking about a man in his early 80s out mowing the lawn, me saying, Dad, let me do it. No, I'm fine. I'll do it on my own. That wouldn't have been living for him, to be in a bed all day long.
Right.
I remember one of the last things he ever told me. It was, I love you. I believe in you. I have faith in you. And I've never forgotten that. That's what keeps me going. Because even though I lost him, and I've thought about suicide, trust me. Even though I lost him, I feel, as long as I tried to live life to the best of my ability, then he's living on vicariously through me And if I were to commit suicide, then what honor would that bring his memory? It would bring no honor whatsoever. So.
Brother Wayne, what is it about 2:30 you didn't understand?
I'm sorry, Brother Wiley, we were hindered.
And you, young lady, what would your name be?
Hi, I'm Martha.
Martha, I'm delighted. Why don't you have a seat? Now, where were we? Krista, please.
I'm Krista Sesmat. I'm here at this meeting. There's my father, Roger Sesmat, over there, and my younger sister, Michelle Sesmat.
Thank you, Krista. That was lovely. I didn't come empty-handed. They tell me that this is probably the best box of chocolates you will ever see. Roger, I think there's one in here for you. Take your time. I guess that wasn't the one. Perhaps there's one here for you. I don't understand. They said this was the best. Perhaps you, Joseph. Chris, I'm almost certain there's one for you in here. You see, life is not always what it seems. Indeed, life is not a box of chocolates. There are more mysteries to come. How many of you understand that our Earth is slowly dying? I would say at best we may have 20 years. Every day, another species of amphibian dies. Another day, there's a genetic mutation. Every day, hundreds of thousands of trees die. Without our trees, there's no oxygen. Without oxygen, there's no life. 20 years. But things are not always what they seem. For example, Roger, do you have a head?
Presumably so.
Let me ask you again, Roger. Do you have a head? We are all equal beings, and the universe is our relations with each other. Go ahead, Brother Wayne.
We are all equal beings and at one with the universe and the relationship to each other.
Close enough. I wouldn't deny this experience to the one mind. Brother Wayne?
Brother Roger, I wouldn't deny this experience to even one mind.
Brother Wayne, that's an entirely different thought. Please.
I wouldn't deny this experience to the one mind.
Please.
Women, contain yourselves. Sisters.
It's entirely inappropriate that you singled out Sister Martha when I addressed my remarks to everyone.
Okay, it was entirely inappropriate. Me just singling you, I singled you out, and I should have said brothers and sisters, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. Please forgive me. You forgive me? May I have you forgive me, sister?
Brother Roger, would you do us the honor of accompanying my young friend, Brother Wayne, as he gives us a little song.
You can be smart as hell, know how to add, know how to figure things on yellow pads. Answer so no one knows what you just said. But when you're all alone, you and your head, what's the computer say? It's lonely now. It says, hey Joe, it spelled it out, and you've got angst in your pants.
Marvelous! Now, Brother Roger, I would like you to learn something that you probably didn't know about your daughter. Do you know that in spirit, Brother Wayne and I were present in the very red, very big Camaro that is owned by Brother Joseph? Would it surprise you to know that your daughter, Sister Krista, was in Brother Joseph's Camaro?
I know that. Why would you tell me that? I know that they go out and they have fun and...
I think you will be very surprised to learn what I'm about to tell you, Brother Roger. You may want to have a seat.
No, you can surprise me standing up.
Brother Joseph and Sister Krista, what were you discussing in the Camaro?
Why were you in the Camaro?
Yeah. Brother Wayne and I, often in spirit, visit those who are in particular need of our assistance.
Okay, then you should know what we said.
I believe that Brother Roger would like to hear it out of your own mouths.
I don't even remember what we...
Okay, wait. How were you there in spirit?
Yeah.
Sister Krista, you're talking to a man who has no head. I can be wherever I choose to be.
All right, this is what we were discussing. Roger, we were discussing...
No head. What about the particles?
Let the spirit flow, sister.
Hey, this is serious here. Okay, Roger, this is what we were discussing, because he wants me to tell you. Okay, we were in the Camaro, and we were discussing,
Yes?
What? Okay, we were discussing sexual pressure, and we were discussing the commitment to God and how it comes first.
And who was applying the sexual pressure, Brother Joseph? It was Sister Krista, wasn't it?
She was applying some pressure, but that's okay.
Would that surprise you, Brother Roger?
Yes, it would.
But...
Wait, in the first place, why are we discussing this with you? You're not my father.
I'm only here to help, Sister Krista. I'm only here to help.
What if I said we don't need your help?
Yeah, we really don't need your help. He doesn't even care.
Often it is those who need help the most who resist help. Remember, saying number 5,
You're talking
no
about
resistance.
no heads here, and you're trying to be serious?
I know.
I don't have it. I can see Joey's head.
Now.
He can see my head. I can see your head.
Wait a minute. You're stiff-arming these kids, okay? Why don't you just let them live their own lives? And if I recall correctly, you were the one pressuring them to do the wrong thing.
Brother Wayne, your memory has left you once again. Now, Brother Roger, here's what you need to know. Both of these young people came to the right decision. They concluded that it was not the right time.
Of course, I trust my daughter.
Absolutely.
And her boyfriend.
And
I agree with Brother Wayne.
You're floundering.
But Brother Wayne, when placed in a similar situation yourself, you resisted, but later on you regretted having resisted. Am I not correct?
Maybe a part of me regretted. But deep in my heart, I knew I made the right decision by abstaining, by backing off.
Can you make yourself invisible right now, this second, like you said you were invisible in that red Camaro with them?
But of course.
Then do it.
Observe.
Yeah, this will be good. We're waiting here.
as I was walking by a house with drawn shades. I asked then to myself, can this really be my place? Like a ship that's lost at sea, yearning for the shore, asking then of myself, have I been here before? Have I been here before? Waltzed around the pretty girls and set my heart chancing, walking in the moonlight, kissing and romancing. I was looking flashy, talking classy, had a bottle and a boutonniere. And if ever was a night to turn out right, it was the very best night of the year. It was the very best night of the year.
I'm just ready to get out of this town. Aren't you?
Drive.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that it keeps falling down. Because we keep pulling it back up. You know what that means to me?
They were playing rock.
It keeps falling.
I was doing,
but love keeps getting up again.
and all of a sudden I knew.
How about that?
It was 1950.
You are so beautiful, you know that?
Again, and I was falling in love with you.
I must be the luckiest guy in the world just to be sitting next to you.
With you.
Love comes back. Love keeps getting up again. And love is getting the heck out of town. And I love you. I don't want to burn out the word, but you got to realize that I really haven't said it much in the last 5 years. So I don't want anyone to know. I don't want to lose anyone in life and them not know how much I care and appreciate them. Because I could be gone tomorrow. You could be gone tomorrow.
We're gonna be gone today, at least out of this town.
All we have is the moment, right?
I love you.
And this moment means everything.
I kind of feel like a corn dog.
There's not just one Messiah. There's not just one Messiah. There's not just one Messiah. We're all our own Messiah. There's not just one Messiah. We're all each other's Messiah. We're each our own Messiah. I am my brother. I am my brother's Messiah. We're all our own. We're all our own Messiah. There's not just one Messiah. We're each our own Messiah.